Thanks for being with us here on Atlanta News First Plus. I'm Joy Lim Nakrin. Just want to share with you some of the top stories that we are following. There has been a vote now in funding the controversial Atlanta Public Safety Training Center. Protesters and city council members essentially pulled an all-nighter leading up to that controversial vote. The vote finally happening at 5:30 this morning at the end of a 14-and-a-half-hour meeting, despite passionate pleas from hundreds of speakers there. Most of them against the training center. City council members voted 11-4 to approve a funding package that clears the way for construction of that $90 million facility. The 4 council members voting against it were Jason Dozier, Keisha Waits, Liliana Bakhtiari, and Antonio Lewis. But with 11 yes votes, the city council has certainly spoken. And now the project on the grounds of the old Atlanta prison farm can now get underway. Atlanta police made sure that city council members made it out safely through a side door so they wouldn't come face to face with the many protesters. But of course, many Atlanta citizens made it clear that they do support the center. Nevertheless, protesters vow to regroup and keep on protesting this and fighting this fight as well. Also want to let you know that there is some rail safety training happening right now, actually. You probably remember the series of train derailments by the Atlanta-based company Norfolk Southern, including the particularly fiery one in East Palestine, Ohio. The rail line is now holding a training today, just getting started with the first responders to make sure that they know what to do if something like that does happen here in Georgia. Georgia's governor, Norfolk Southern CEO, railway workers, first responders are all out kind of emphasizing the importance of safety when it comes to trains and railway cars and what to do when things do actually go wrong. The East Palestine, Ohio derailment in February of that Norfolk Southern train leaked thousands of gallons of toxic chemicals into the environment. It burned for days. It displaced thousands of people, costing the rail line hundreds of millions of dollars. And then last month, there was another train derailment in Lawrence County, Pennsylvania. 10 of 200 train cars derailed. It did not involve hazardous materials in that case. But certainly it is an issue that is very much on the minds of rail workers, of course. And that's why there is this training happening today going out over safety around a railroad, how to identify any potential issues and what to do in the case of emergency situations as well. Also want to let you know about Clarkston, that community. Their police department there is in desperate need of more officers. So they're trying to, garner some interest, trying to grow that department. My colleague Atlanta News First reporter Bridget Spencer has more.
Councilmember Jamie Carroll says he's going to bring this up at tonight's city council meeting in Clarkston. And how did we get here in the first place? He thinks it's all about police officers' pay. Now, just to put some things into perspective, the starting salary for a Clarkston officer is $46,344. And for comparison, DeKalb County starts at $55,000. The police chief here pushing for a pay raise for her officers. The city of Clarkston has about 14,000 people. It's supposed to have 21 officers employed. Now that's dwindled down to just 15 as of a few days ago. And the chief says that could go down even more this summer. To address the crisis, the city just announced a collaboration with DeKalb County Police to help them out during peak periods. But Councilmember Carroll plans to mention the crisis at tonight's meeting, and he's proposing a pay increase as well as a sign-on bonus for recruits.
I hope that they will. Given the crisis that we're facing, I think we need to take emergency steps to be more competitive with the other Metro Atlanta police departments in terms of compensation.
The chief here says all too often they are losing their officers to agencies that are offering more money, frankly. Jamie Carroll hopes to address this tonight and get officers higher wages so they can not only recruit officers here in Clarkston, but retain them over several years. In Clarkston, Bridget Spencer, Atlanta News First.
All right, thanks to Bridget for that report. Okay, we want to let you know about this really cool project initiative by MARTA. They've just unveiled a massive mural in DeKalb County, and they are planning for more to come all throughout the metro. They want you to get involved as well. The transit agency is calling on the community to participate in their Art Bound program. Their program teamed up with several groups in Dunwoody to create that mural on the Dunwoody rail station. world-renowned artist actually designed that 2,500 square foot mural on the southern face of the parking deck there facing Hammond Drive. MARTA's art and transit director says that they're really hoping this colorful display helps to bring some nature to a densely populated Dunwoody. Let's listen.
We try to make sure that we're reflecting the community in these too, that we're not just coming in and painting something, that this is something the community feels reflects them and reflects the neighborhood that they're proud of.
The one thing that I believe really helps to contribute to the community in a positive way is by creating art that is accessible to everybody.
And their next big art installation is slated for MARTA's West Side Rail Station. It'll be their third major art project, with a new pedestrian walk and bike path being installed along Lee Street. MARTA is inviting the community to help beautify those cement barriers as well. If you want to get involved, we're going to keep you up to date with that as well. So hopefully there is some community participation. Okay, want to shift gears and talk about the weather. It's just a little bit, I'm not sure what the word is, maybe misty out there, gray. Well, we have meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi. What do you call this?
I mean, it just kind of looks hazy.
Hazy,
It's
that's the
warm.
word,
Yeah,
hazy.
hazy out there. It definitely is just looking hot, because it is. It is very warm to start the day. And we could have our first 90-degree day since May 14th. It's been a hot minute, no pun intended, since we've had a really, really hot afternoon. We've been really blessed these past few weeks with the weather, especially heading into the month of June, one of our warmest months. June is the month of the year where we are technically closest to the sun. Those sun angles get very direct. So with that said, very important to wear your sunscreen, everyone. Super, super important. The next few days, the UV index is going to be very, very high. So you can burn within 15 minutes. It's important to wear your sunscreen every day, but especially the next couple of days. So don't forget about it, everyone. All right, so not only is it going to be hot, we are going to be a little more humid the next few days, and that's going to allow for some afternoon showers and thunderstorms. So we're going to talk about that, but we are going to talk about some pleasant changes on the way for the second half of the week. So here's a look outside. Yeah, as Joy said, looks a little hazy out there. So this time of year, sometimes we are under those air quality alerts. We have a lot of people here in Atlanta, obviously. When it starts to heat up, you notice it, not only on your skin, but in the air. So just something to keep in mind. Through the day today, temperatures will climb into the upper 80s. But again, with that humidity that isn't necessarily oppressive, it's not super sticky, but it's noticeably muggy out there. It is going to feel more like the 90s this afternoon. Something really important to note also, if you are taking your pets for a walk today, the pavement is going to be much hotter. We're talking triple digit feels like temperatures on that pavement. So just keep your pets' paws nice and protected. Try and keep them on the grass if you take them for an afternoon walk if you can. So through the day today, by noon, we'll be in the low 80s. So if you're maybe trying to plan on eating lunch outside, you might want to opt for something inside that's pretty warm. And then as we head towards 3 o'clock, it's already going to feel like 90 degrees with, again, that temperature today heading near 90. So it'll feel more like the low 90s, I should say. If you're planning on heading to the Braves game tonight, they are back in town playing the Mets. There is a small chance for an isolated shower tonight. Isolated is the key word there, but it's going to be a really warm night at the ballpark. So make sure you're drinking plenty of water. And again, did I say it already? Sunscreen. Yeah, important tonight over at Truist Park. First pitch is at 7:20, so we'll be in the low 80s by then. And then as the game wraps up, it'll be near 80 degrees. So as we go through the next couple of days, we're going to stay warm, of course, today and tomorrow. Temperatures tomorrow heading near 90 with that chance for isolated showers and storms, especially for the afternoon and evening as we head into the heat of the day. And then as we head into the evening hours, so after sunset, that's when things usually quiet down. Now, we could maybe have a few showers late tonight into the overnight hours like we did this morning. I'm not expecting anything like we did this morning where we had some hail in some of those storms this morning, but we could have a few lingering thunderstorms even into the overnight hours. As we head into Thursday, we're going to have a pattern change. We'll actually have a physical cold front move through the area on Thursday morning. That's going to bring us a chance for showers. So your morning commute, especially north of the city, could be quite rainy, especially if you commute a little later in the morning. So 8, 9 o'clock, if that's when you usually head out the door, just keep in mind, as of right now, that's when that front is rolling in. The timing will more than likely change in one way or another. But right now we're thinking a morning time frame, especially late morning, is when that front moves in. And then it'll sink to the south, covering most of the I-20 corridor as we head towards 1 o'clock. Could carry some heavier downpours within this. We'll have enough moisture in our atmosphere to produce some heavier rain, maybe a few rumbles of thunder. Right now we're not expecting any severe weather, but it's something we'll be watching for. And with the timing of that rain, we'll only top out in the low 80s on Thursday. So a brief cool down and also a brief drop in the humidity. So notice we'll be a little on the humid side the next few days. That front comes in, the humidity spikes out ahead of it. And then behind that front, the humidity drops off just in time for the weekend. So Friday and Saturday will be very warm and comfortable, again, with that humidity low. And then it will spike again slightly as we head into the end of the weekend. So a quick rebound into more of that summer-like pattern. We'll actually have another system kind of roll through Sunday night into Monday. So today, mostly sunny to partly cloudy, hot, with those isolated evening showers and storms. So you might run into one of those isolated storms in your commute home tonight. And then tomorrow we'll pretty much copy and paste the forecast. Hot, pretty humid, mostly sunny to partly cloudy with an isolated storm. Thursday morning we have that front roll in. That's going to offer us a more widespread chance for showers and storms. We're keeping it at a 40% coverage right now. It might go up. We might even first alert it if we do think it's going to slow down or speed up rather and impact more of you on your morning drive to work on Thursday. But right now we're going to keep it 40% coverage, low 80s for the afternoon. Friday, sunny and mid 80s. And that lower humidity, it'll be super comfortable in the morning. Saturday looks great as well. Beautiful day. Upper 80s, really nice for this time of year. 87 is just on par with where we are for average. Average is actually 85 this time of year. Sunday and Monday, we'll have another weather system move in. That's going to increase our coverage of rain for the evening right now, it looks like on Sunday, and then maybe in the morning on Monday. That timing, it's still way too far out to tell, but right now we're thinking it's more of an evening event on Sunday, so most of your day Sunday should be fine, but of course we'll keep you updated on that throughout the week. In the meantime, stay cool, stay hydrated, really important, and then we'll have that cold front move in Thursday, giving us beautiful weather. I mean, really just weather that is going to spoil us just in time for Friday and the start of the weekend. So start making those Friday night plans and Saturday plans. It'll be wonderful out there across North Georgia. All right, everyone, thank you so much for spending some time with us today. We always appreciate it. And stay cool today. Enjoy your Tuesday. We're almost to the middle of the week, everyone, and we'll catch you here next time.